Hey everybody, it's Old School Nerd. I have the honor and the privilege to talk with Fabio about the new album from Serenity. This one is a storytelling masterpiece, and we're going to talk about that right now. Good day, sir. How are you?
I'm great. And what about you, man?
It's one of those Fridays where here where I am in the United States, I'm in the southern United States, so it wants to keep being summer, but it wants to be fall, so it's kind of weird right now. So I'm just avoiding going outside because I don't know if it's going to be like raining or blisteringly hot or cold chill. I don't want to get pneumonia.
Could be anything, man, at the moment, right?
This is
But I
this,
can relate.
yeah, that's why I tell people, don't ask me questions, because you ask me questions, I'll tell you, and you're like, wait, what? So
That's funny, man.
all right, so
Cool.
Serenity, you guys are ridiculously busy right now. New
We are,
album,
yes.
tour, melting faces, yet at the same time making people feel like they can do anything. You guys have
Oh,
a
yeah.
unique sound and idea. Why don't, for those who have never heard of Serenity, and there's a few people, my job is to get everybody else that doesn't know. Tell us what Serenity means, what you guys are trying to do. Just kind of give a little backstory that tells people, hey, this is what's going on.
Well, you actually use the definition which I like storytellers. Like we are metal storytellers. I'm just creating that on the fly. We are metal storytellers. We are a metal band, melodic metal band, with high focus on historical characters and historical facts, but with a huge dose of creativity on that. So we use our own imagination about that, and we love to sing. So we, five of us now, we are all having, in my opinion, really cool lead vocals and back vocals. So what you can expect from us is historical themes into melodic metal condensed with great vocals.
I think it's really interesting that you said we all love to sing. That's not him just saying that, everybody. If you go and look at the new album and you look at the list of members of the band, it may say bass for you, right? Or drums or guitars. Everybody says whatever they do, comma, vocals.
Vocals.
Every single person in the lineup says,
Yes.
you're singing on this album. I don't know if you knew this. And they're like, guess I'm singing, which is awesome. I mean, a lot of musicians be like, look, man, I just play the drums. I don't, and I can say that because I'm a drummer that doesn't sing.
Oh.
But you can't be a member of Serenity if you're not willing to step up to the mic and tell your story. So
Definitely.
I have a lot of people were asking this. Okay, the artist from Germany. There's a particular artist that this album in particular is a reflection of. Can you tell us who that artist is and why?
Well, Albert Dürer is a German artist, is related in the Renaissance time, and he was a painter, a maker, a theorist. He has been in touch even with some of our previous characters, like Da Vinci or Maximilian I. So we're actually not new to him, also because he was featured in our Death and Legacy album on the song When Canvas Starts to Burn. If you watch the music video, you can see his painting, and even actually Andreas, who really looks like him, related
Really?
and burning. Yes, if you watch the When Canvas Starts to Burn video, you will see the mirroring of the painting and turning into Andreas, and you will see the same on Reflections video, and therefore you understand that we had him in mind and we just came back to him.
You really got to be careful, man. With these drummers, you're going to make them all, their head's going to blow up. They'd be like, I look like a famous Renaissance artist. Dude, play the drums and sing. As a drummer, I can say it. It's okay. Here's the thing. Now, I know the last album, The Last Night. Okay, I remember that. But the story is different this time. Okay, with Nemesis. And this, we're going to be actually reacting right after we have this conversation. I'm going to be reacting to Reflections. So in the story, I know that there is a picture of this artist in this video. And like you said, you're master storytellers. You love to tell a historical events, historical figures, to tell a true story, but with artistic flair, to where it's modern, it's current, something that can engage and make that. I guess is part of the metal part. Yeah, it's bringing something that normally, if you're just looking at a painting and going, I wonder what this would sound like if it was music. There you go. That's what it is. So can you tell me a little bit about Reflections and what this particular song is about?
Well, Reflection is, of course, again, connected to When Canvas Starts to Burn, because the opera and the painting is exactly the same. So, well, of course, the self-portrait is, it's still enchanting. So, of course, it's a reflection. This artist was also engaged with many thoughts and ideas, and it has been so influential that it's a perfect also mirroring with nowadays things, not to mention the connection with The Fall of Man as well, where obviously you can relate actual facts, and it's tragic and sad to admit that, sad coincidences. But on Reflections, yes, we took a moment, like we did with Da Vinci back then, with My Final Chapter. We took a moment to go into the character, but this time not in a tragic way in sense of the music, but in a more epic way. So it's sort of having a good ending, right?
Yeah, it's so much because like Dürer is one of the most influential German artists of the Renaissance period. I know that a lot of people think about Da Vinci. They think about the Italian structure, but what people don't realize is the Renaissance was all of Europe. It was an overflowing of imagery and storytelling through visual art. This is literally creating a metal musical soundtrack to his vision. Like you said, the reflection of his self-portrait. And I'm glad you said his name at the beginning of the interview, because I would have destroyed that. I'm horrible with names.
No problem. It's not even my language, so it's fine.
Speaking of names, let's go through the band real quick. We have, is it George?
Or Georg in his language?
Georg, yeah, because I'm going to ruin it. You just help me out. Some guy named Fabio. I don't know who that is.
Some Italian dude.
Some Italian guy. Andreas, which we already talked about, is the drummer who looks like a famous artist. Christian.
Yes, or Chris.
And Chris. And of course, Marco, who I believe is a new addition to the ensemble in some way.
In some way, yes, but in some way not, because he has been participating on the previous album songwriting as well. And as you know, or you might know, has been also guest on our live Blu-ray, acoustic Blu-ray, Memoria, that we have released last year. So he's not like the new kid on the block.
No, but when you're talking about the band as an official lineup, to have those guest spots and to have him add so much of his flair to what's going on, and he's such a positive person. Now that you have the full, I mean, come on, 5 musicians, 5 vocalists. Singers. It's a lot of sound, and so I'm looking forward to this. Let's talk about the album. We already talked about the name of the album, Nemesis. We've talked about previous albums. I'm a big fan of The Last Night. I'm a huge fan of that epic storytelling. So on this one, I know that it was an original release date. Things are a little chaotic because, let's be honest, it couldn't be a great album if there wasn't a little bit of different things going on behind the scenes. It's in the beginning of November. So we're just about, so right now, this interview between you and I is actually on the 16th of October. So we're looking at about 3 weeks away. And people can pre-order this, correct?
Exactly. Yes, absolutely.
So all of you that are listening to us talk like people, you should scroll down, description. There will be a pre-order link. Please do so. I tell people all the time, there's pre-saving songs, pre-ordering albums, pre-ordering tickets when the tours gets announced, especially nowadays for bands. It's a really great way. It's a very important way to let label, distributor, the touring company, the promoters, and the band know we want something. We want more. It helps set the tone. So please, all of you out there, pre-order, pre-save, pre-check for tickets. If you haven't already bought your tickets, pre-saved your album, do it now. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for reminding that.
Absolutely. Because nowadays, if you aren't helping everyone share music, especially because now that we have YouTube and Spotify and streaming services, it's a little different than it was when you and I were younger. Everything was this big industrial thing where now people find more about music now just by word of mouth or video or a little social media posts than they ever did before. So it's important. Is there anything we could, other than this one we're about to listen to, this Reflections, any other songs in the album that you really want us to look for when the album comes out that may have something that is something special to you or something y'all want to get across? I'm not going to ask you for your favorite song. I'm not dumb. I know that's very hard to do when it's your baby. So it's like picking your favorite child. So is there any other songs in there we should be looking out for?
From the unreleased ones, I think we should look forward to Son of Justice.
Oh.
Son of Justice is, I think, a really great song in the album, and it's not one of the singles. So I think you should look forward to that.
I love album songs. I love album songs. Singles are great, but some of my favorite songs of all bands that I have are always the ones that everybody's like, what are you talking about?
Got it.
Go get the album. You'll hear it. You'll be like, it was my favorite one too. So what about that song should people be checking out when the album comes out that really kicks off?
Yes, I think Son of Justice, of course. End of Babylon is going to be anticipated. So maybe through the time of the release or not, we're going to see that. Maybe you have to edit the video. It's going to anticipate the album. And I mean, the Fall of Man has been already released, and this opened up for, except Ritter Toten Teufel, which was released more early in the summer. But I think the Fall of Man is very central, at least in my perception of what Nemesis idea is. It's very central, and also there is a great vocalist there, Roy Khan, to mention. So I think those are the songs that you should really look forward to. And I have to also mention something that may sound a little bit stupid, but the intro of the album, which I recorded personally, it's a choir in a church, which I recorded personally. So the first song of the album, in terms of set list, if you look at that, so before the Fall of Man, I'm really proud of how it turned out. It's small, but it's cool.
You know what? Don't knock it. Don't say it's stupid, because let's be honest. If you love storytelling albums, you love epic albums going all the way back to bands like Rush and the godfathers of storytelling metal and rock. There was a lot of intros back then. I mean, even Led Zeppelin had intros. I mean, you just, if you're going to tell a story, have a cover for your book. You know, you open it, you have your title, you have your chapters, and there's a way to close the book. That's what storytelling is. A lot of your music does that too. Most of your songs have some sort of way to where you book in a lot of things, so it tells you it's a complete story, and I appreciate that. Okay, so right now, tell us before you go, because this one's a quick chat because we got to do this reaction. Tell us about the tour. What do you have coming up during the album release and in the next few months?
Of course. So we are hitting the road even at this point, even before the album is released, because it was being postponed. We are hitting the road on the 25th of October here in Europe. In
My
Austria,
birthday!
Oh, perfect. So unfortunately, you're far away, but it would be awesome to celebrate your birthday there. We are hitting the road at home, and we're going to have a couple of, actually 3 headline shows as a release show party, and this one will be 25th, 27th, 28th in Austria, and then we're gonna hit the road with Powerwolf for a few days.
Ooh,
yes!
Talk about storytelling. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Perfect match, isn't it? So, and it's not the first time we play with these guys. So I think it's perfect combination. And then at the end of the tour, we end the tour as a co-headlining show in the Netherlands for Brimstone Festival, where Alexandria and other bands are in. So it's a perfect end of the first part of the release shows. Then little break. Then Japan in December for a few days. First time for us in Japan.
Ooh, enjoy that.
So exciting. And then 70,000 tons of metal, the end of January. So there you go. Also somehow hitting the US soul for a few hours. And then continuing when we are back to headlining tour, 25 days all over Europe again.
Well, you're going to be hooking up with Xandria. I got to see them a few weeks ago with Battle Beast and Camelot. Great people. Marco's a great guy. Wonderful people.
I have been in the band for 4 tours, so I miss these guys.
Yeah. Okay. You said it's the first time in Japan. Have you ever played in Japan before yourself?
No, it's the first time for me.
Okay.
Also as a musician. Yeah.
Letting you know now, unless someone's already told you, it's a little different.
Of course it is.
Japan loves their music and they're very passionate about it.
Can't wait.
You're going to get a very strong applause at the intro, and then you may get polite claps after each song. But the raucous, just explosion of emotion usually occurs at the very end. They give you everything at the very end. When you say, thank you, they explode. So so if you feel like, I don't know if they're into it as much, watch.
Okay, I'm gonna be like an observer.
Oh yeah, you got to be patient because it'll throw you off. Yeah, so a lot of bands tell me that, and they're like, "It's at the end of it, they just exploded," and I was like, "Oh, thank God we were good." But
hopefully,
they love storytelling too. They love storytelling, so I think you're gonna have a great time.
Can't wait.
Fabio, thank you so much for your time. And right now we are gonna leave you and. Traveling mercies for you and the band. Great luck on the release of the album. I know it's going to be epic.
Thanks.
Everything you have coming up. Blessings to you and your family and your friends, all the members of the band. And we're going to go check out Reflections now. And
enjoy.
Oh, and we will. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
All right. That chat with Fabio was amazing, but now it's time to do our reaction to Reflections of AD from Serenity. Napalm with the explosions.
There is
know what kills me about this is now that we've talked about it, all 5 members are vocalists. So when they do their vocals, it sounds like a choir. Like most bands, when they have these kind of vocal chorals, and you have this like during the chorus, you'll have like all these multiple layer harmonies and everything else, and it sounds like there's an army, a choir of people singing. They usually have to dub the vocal multiple times, or have the vocalist go in and sing multiple iterations in the track. No, they just tell everyone, okay, everybody sing it once and go. Not many bands can do that. That's one thing Serenity can do that a lot of bands can't. Literally have a vocal chorus without having to hire a choir. They just do it live. This is literally Marco's hold my beer moment. Like, I know, playing guitar, doing some vocals, but we have a lead singer. Hold my beer. And then he's it's good.
Forever light the universe. Never give up till everything's right. Never show mercy, there's something to fight. Never stop feeling to do, don't feel fight, sacrifice. Never say never to changes in life. Never stop choosing, there's something to try. Never say lonely, love should not deny sacrifice.
All right, so this is what we've come down to. At this point, I just had a thought of something that I think I would want to have happen. Okay, stop it, Marco. So I've decided this. If I was to ever like have $1 billion, I would like open 2 museums, right? And these museums would have musical soundtracks from metal bands, right? So if I had a art museum, I would have Serenity do the soundtrack you hear when you walk through. Yeah, right? You know, and if it was like a war history museum, it'd be like Sabaton. If you think about it, both bands do have very similar ideals, where lyrically and storytelling, they both talk about historical events, and Serenity is more of the artistry and the nuance of progression through times and epic stories, right? Whereas Sabaton is epic stories and history, but more from kind of from a military or conflict or great periods of history where everything is defined based upon different events like that. Whereas this is more artistic. Both beautiful, both amazing. I love both of these bands for what they do. And as a person who loves history and loves art, thank you, Serenity, for giving the time for Fabio to come and talk to me, and this amazing album that's coming out. Okay, guys, seriously, Nemesis AD is coming out soon. In the description below, please check it out. Everything that's coming out. Pre-save, pre-order, get your tickets for the tour now. Let this band know that you appreciate what they're putting out, because I know I do. And with that, we'll see you later. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like. It really helps the channel grow. Also, if you want to subscribe, right there. Big thank you to all my Patreons out there. We appreciate everything you do. If you want more content like this video, check them out above. Remember, love one another, take care of each other. We're all stuck on this mud ball together. We'll see you later.